Good morning, everyone, and Selamat Hari Merdeka. 63 years ago, on the 31st of August 1957, the early morning Malayan skies resounded with the shouts of Merdeka and the cheers from the crowds of people who had filled Stadium Merdeka in Kuala Lumpur. One man stood on the podium in the stadium, leading the cries of Merdeka and proclaiming the independence of his beloved homeland. He was a prince from the royal house of Kedah and the founding father of this country, His Royal Highness Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Hajj. Tunku and his friends, representing the various ethnic communities of the country, believed that Malaya was ready to lead her own people, and so talks began between Malaya and Britain, which then culminated in the historic trip by a Malayan delegation to London in 1956. Negotiations there lasted for 3 weeks, which finally led to the signing of the London Treaty on February 6th of that same year. Upon their return to Malaya, Tunku went to Malacca to announce the date of Malaya's independence to her people. There was much rejoicing in the streets. As the clock struck midnight on 31st August 1957, the Union Jack in front of the Sultan Abdul Samad building, as well as the Royal Selangor Club, was lowered, and the Malayan flag was raised high for the very first time. The Jalur Gemilang, as our flag is known, stands proudly tall to this very day at this same spot. 6 years after the proclamation of independence, another historic occasion was celebrated, marking the formation of Malaysia, where Singapore and North Borneo, now known as Sabah and Sarawak, signed the Malaysia Agreement and joined the Federation of Malaya, forming Malaysia as we know today. And that is why Wednesday, 16 September, is another beautiful holiday. Malaysia has come a long way from the days of foreign rule. The Portuguese in the 15th century, the Dutch in the 16th, and Great Britain from the 17th century onwards, as well as the Japanese occupation during World War II. Today, it is a country that is loved by her people, who take pride in not just her achievements, but in all that is Malaysian. The various ethnicities and the proud cultural heritage of these communities and what they bring to the Malaysian table. The beautiful islands and mountains, the vibrant cities and the laid-back kampongs, roti canai, nasi lemak, nasi goreng USA. This is just an endless list of glorious Malaysian food. The mishmash of languages in everyday communication, and the warm acceptance of celebrating Malaysia's diversity. We rejoice in all these things, and we are happy to share with all our friends and neighbours. Selamat Hari Malaysia for the 16th of September. Selamat pulang ke Malaysia semua. Welcome home to Malaysia, everyone.